Hello everyone on YouTube, welcome back to another video. This is Jordan here bringing you, well, a Linux video. Now, in September 2024, I did a video on installing Arch Linux. That video is now out of date, so that's why I'm doing another video now to install the latest version of Arch Linux as of March 2026. So, what are you going to need? You're going to need a USB stick, an Arch Linux ISO, a second computer to SSH into the Arch Linux installation media, and I'm going to tell you why right now. The Speak Up synthesizer is old, everyone knows that. It's really old, and it keeps on freezing in the latest Arch Linux installation media. Even the Arch team doesn't seem to know what's going on. But strangely enough, it's working properly in Debian, and you might even be able to see it freeze right now. The same as what I said in the last video, some of you may not be able to install Arch Linux at all with speech. And if you're using, say, a laptop, you might not even have audio at all. In that case, you'd want to use something like Manjaro because, again, the SBK Talking Mate ISOs, the talking ones, they give you the installations, the SBK Talking Mate. So that's SBK Talking Mate. You want to search for that if you've got a computer that can't install Arch. But I know what you're thinking, but StoreMux has 886/64 ISOs now, and you may be right. You are right, actually. But there is one caveat. StoreMux's keys keep expiring, and the ISO hasn't been updated since January. And I strongly don't recommend one-person projects like Slint or Accessible Coconut because, well, they could go away soon. Well, not soon, but anytime. One-person projects are never a good thing, so you want to use a community distro like Arch. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. You're also going to want Rufus installed on the computer you plan to turn. You don't have to install Rufus on the computer you're installing Arch on. You just want to install it on the computer you're using to install Arch. I've got a fresh install of Windows 11 on this Acer laptop, so we're going to be using that to create the USB stick. And then we're going to install Arch on my brand new Asus PC. It's a 4th gen, so I got it second hand. Runbox, open Rufus.
Desktop list, Rufus 4.13.2316 dialog advanced.
Now this is actually the first time I've actually installed Arch Linux on real hardware in a video, because my last two Arch videos, 2021 and 2024 respectively, were all virtual machines. This is the first time you're going to be seeing me install it on real hardware. So I'll be off camera when that happens, but you'll be able to hear everything going on, and I'll be able to tell you exactly what you got to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select my Arch ISO. Rufus knows exactly where I want to get it from. Start button. Right in ISO image mode.
Okay, download required.
Download required.
Yes, button.
Yeah.
Rufus dialog. Okay.
Click
Rufus
OK.
4.13.2316 dialog. Drive properties format.
And now my USB stick is being created. Look at that.
The notification from autoplay Arch 200-2603E. Select to choose what happens with removable drives. 1 of 1 window.
This does take a while. This is a 1 gigabyte ISO. Hope this Chromebook has enough space to record. Let me turn the volume up on there so I can actually hear it.
Volume slider 100%.
Now you're going to be hearing this for quite some time until this is actually done, but once we're done, the fun begins. We go ahead and install Arch, which is going to be pretty cool. Now that second computer can be either a Windows, a Mac or a Linux box, but what you're going to need to do with that second computer is
Quarter to 11.
is SSH into the Arch
Quarter to 11.
Arch installation media. Right, where's that phone? I know it's a tablet, but Samsung tablets
Start button.
are in fact phones, even though they don't want to be.
Quarter to 11.
And I have lost it.
Quarter to 11.
I've officially lost that Samsung phone. Because I want to turn that off before we actually do anything else. There's my Apple Magic Mouse and an old music box. I've got 2 music boxes actually. There's the phone. Yes, I know it's a tablet, but Samsung tablets are phones according to Android. So
10:46
I'm gonna go ahead
a.m.
and turn this off
Phone.
because I don't
Power off menu.
want to.
Swipe. What?
I don't want to be disturbed by notifications
button
while I'm
settings.
installing Arch.
Power off. Button. Rip.
Power off. I'll show you the music box after we're done installing Arch because it's a really good one. It plays Imagine by John Lennon, which is pretty cool. I think it's John Lennon who sung Imagine. It will be. Anyway, we've got a USB stick with Arch installed.
Close button. Rest. Index of ISO.
Now I installed it using ISO image mode, so I didn't use DD image mode. I recommend you do use DD image mode because then you can just bring out the USB stick without having to do the following action. So
Run.
I'm going to go ahead to my C drive,
Local disk. Item. Sequoia. Arch 2 button.
eject the drive,
Disk key.
that's that, and
Devices and drives.
we're going to go ahead and bring the drive to the Asus desktop over there. Now I'm going off camera so you won't be able to see me, but you'll be able to hear everything, assuming my speakers are loud enough. So we've got Windows 11 LTSC 2024 on the Asus right now, and I want to replace that with Arch. So I'm going to go ahead.
No notification from autoplay. Arch 2
I'm going to go ahead and reboot. I'm pressing F8. Now I've got a reset button on my motherboard, so I don't have to click restart. You have to remove the optical drive. Just open this area, and then you've got access to the reset button, and then you've got your optical disk drive there. I'm going to go press. I believe I'm booting into Arch. Press down. Now sometimes speak up does work, but other times it doesn't. We are indeed booting up.
OK started software speech output.
Hooray, we've got speech.
OK finished screen reader service. OK started getting on TTY1. OK reached target login prompts.
Right, so I'm going to turn the speech volume up.
All 6, 7, 8, 9.
And possibly the speakers. Now, do this first. Set a password for root, because then you'll be able to SSH into the installer and stop eSpeak up. and resurrect it again if it freezes. So,
PASSWD
password
ROOT
root.
new password. Retype new password. Password updated successfully. Root at Arch ISO.
So now I need to
SYSTEMCTL space DRT space SSHD root at Arch ISO.
There we go, SSHD ISO. Now on the second computer, which is my trusty Acer Aspire, we're going to go ahead and SSH into the Arch ISO.
Run type.
So SSH root at Arch ISO,
C with
if it'll let me.
the authenticity of host ArchISO.
If it asks, tap yes, all one word.
Warning, permanently added ArchISO at 25,519 to the list of known hosts. Root ArchISO's password.
Tap password for root.
To install Arch Linux.
And we're good, Now, going on back to the Asus. We're going to go ahead and install Arch using Arch install. Now things have changed since the last time we did an Arch installation, but I'll let you know when that happens. So
Num lock off.
you want to turn num lock off and
Highlight tracking.
make sure that speak up is in highlight tracking mode so that you can use the arrow keys to navigate the installation. I really do hope that they switch to using Fenrir because speak up's old and Fenrir is still in development. And at least Fenrir actually has beeps, so you don't have to constantly keep hitting control. Okay, so tap Arch install,
ARCHINSTALL.
like we do. If this wants to cooperate.
Fetching Arch Linux package database. Checking version. Press Ctrl H for help. Arch install language.
Arch install language.
Locales. Arch install language. Press Estonian 50s English.
You want English?
Press Ctrl H.
That's easy enough.
Locales.
Now we go to locales, which has a sub-menu.
Press Ctrl H for help.
No,
Locale keyboard layout.
set your keyboard layout first.
Press Ctrl H. K A UK.
UK, right at the first one up.
Space. Press Ctrl.
And now,
Locale language.
locale language.
Press Ctrl. NUS.U SG.NSGB.C PH NPA NZ.NNZG in L E at Euro.UT NIE.HK.NHK GB.UTF8 NGB NGB.UTF8 NGB NGB.UTF8.
That's the one I want. I don't know why they put two NGBs there.
Press Ctrl H for help. Keyboard layout. Locale language.
Right, so we set our keyboard layout and we set our locale language.
Locale left arrow back.
Locale encoding, we can leave that at UTF-8.
Press Ctrl. Mirrors and repositories.
Mirrors and repos.
Press Ctrl
No,
H
press
for help.
enter on that.
Select regions.
Select regions.
Select reloading mirror regions. Press Ctrl H for help. Mirror region.
Contrary to the myth, you don't have to use a mirror in your country. But since I'm in the United Kingdom, I can use any European mirror, so I'm going to go for Bulgaria.
Armenia, Australia, Austria, Azerbaijan, Bangladesh, Belgium, Brazil, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Interestingly enough, I'm going there in July and I can't wait for that. I'm going to Sunny Beach in Bulgaria.
Press Ctrl
Press
H
enter.
for help. Select regions. Add custom Add custom servers.
Add custom servers. We don't need to do that.
Optional repositories.
Optional repos. We're going to keep everything stock. I'm not going to enable multi-lib.
Add custom repository.
Add custom repo. So if you know the URL of a custom repo, you can do that.
Left arrow back.
Left arrow goes back.
Press Ctrl.
Mirrors and repos is done. Disk configuration. Now be careful what you're doing here, because if you've got two drives, you can accidentally install Arch on the wrong drive. I do have two drives, so I need to be extremely careful.
Press Ctrl H for help. Partitioning. Left arrow.
Partitioning. Let's see.
Left arrow back. Partitioning.
Do some partitioning.
Press Ctrl. Manual
User best effort partition layout.
Press Ctrl H for help. End size flag NTFSB 1 2048 to hub. End size flags unknown at 1 2048 3,907,026,944 1.8 type E.
Okay, so that's the 2 terabyte drive.
End size flag NTFS V1 2048 206,848 100 my reboot non-primary NTFS slash end size flags FAT 32 C1 2048 240,353,216 114.6 GB root. Size flags unknown at 3,907,026,944 1.8 type E. End size flag NTFS V1. End size flags FAT 32 C1 2048 240,353,200.
That FAT32 drive is actually the
End size flag C1 2048 206,000.
that NTFS drive is my Windows install, so we're going to go ahead and erase that.
Press Ctrl H for help file system BTRF.
We're not using BTRFS because Timeshift absolutely doesn't like that.
X4.
We're using
Press
ext4.
Ctrl H for help. Would you like to create a separate partition for /? No, yes. No, yes.
We're going to go for yes, because of course we do.
Press Ctrl H for help partitioning LVM disk. LVM disk encryption. Left arrow back. Press Ctrl A. Swap.
We swap if we want to.
Press
I wanna
Ctrl
use
H
swap.
for help. Would you like to use swap on ZRAM? No, yes.
I've got 16 gigs of RAM, but I'm going to go.
No, yes.
I'm going
default.
to enable swap on ZRAM.
Press Ctrl LZORLE ZSTD.
ZSTD, that's the
Press
default.
Ctrl H for bootloader.
Bootloader.
Press
Let's just check that's grub by default.
left arrow back. Bootloader.
Click a
Press
bootloader.
Limine. Grub default.
Grub.
Press Ctrl
Because we always use grub.
left arrow back. Press Ctrl H for kernels. Bootloader. Kernels.
Kernels.
Press Ctrl H for help. Kernel X Linux diff. Linux hardened. Linux LTS.
We're going to use the LTS kernel because of course we always use the LTS kernel on Arch.
Press Ctrl H for help arc install.
Unless you want to be on the bleeding edge of the Linux kernel development.
Host name.
Hostname.
Press Ctrl H for help. Host name only ASCII character. XUNILHCRA.
What are we going to call this thing? I've deleted everything. What do you think? Let's see. What should I call it? I'm not going to name it Bulgaria because that'll just give it away. It'll give the mirrors away. But then again, you already know I'm downloading for Bulgaria anyway. Arch Linux. Host names are a bit of a hard thing to this. How about Ammo? How about Espresso?
ESPRESSO.
I'm going to call it Espresso.
Press Ctrl H for help arc install language locale. Authentication.
Authentication. This is our user setup.
Press Ctrl H for user account. Root password.
No, we're not setting up a root password.
User
We'll
account.
set up a user account.
Press Ctrl H. Confirm and exit. Add a user.
Add a user.
Press Ctrl H for help. Username only ASCII cap.
Oh, we can set up a username.
JORDAN. Press Ctrl H for help. Username. Jordan password only ASCII characters are supported. Space.
Type my password. Like we always do.
Press Ctrl H for help. Username. Jordan password. Confirm password only.
Confirm password.
Space. Press Ctrl H for help. Username. Jordan password. Should Jordan be a super user? Sudo no yes. No yes.
Definitely want sudo.
Press Ctrl H.
Otherwise we'll have no way of installing packages.
Sudo roots Jordan to add a user. Confirm and exit. Cancel. Add a user. Confirm and exit.
Confirm and exit.
Press Ctrl H for help. Root password user account U2F login.
I'm sorry for the noise. French bulldogs are stubborn. You tell them to stop barking and they continue to bark. So I'm sorry for the noise.
U2F login.
But if you're thinking about getting dogs, don't get a Frenchie. They're stubborn.
Left arrow back.
Go back.
Press Ctrl H. Profile.
Profile, my favourite.
Authentication. Profile.
If you're following along, this is where you should be now. Profile.
Press Ctrl. Left arrow back. Type.
Type.
Press Ctrl.
We want desktop.
Minimal.
So
Desktop.
desktop's here.
Press Ctrl H.
And let's see what we've got.
BSB.
We've got
Budget, cinnamon, cosmic, cutefish, deepin, enlightenment, gnome, Hyperland, I3WM, KDE Plasma, Labbook, LXQT, Mate,
Mate, that's what I want.
Control H for
Mate.
graphics, driver,
I can't help saying that. Okay, so now that we've selected our desktop,
graphics driver,
press
11 o'clock.
For the best compatibility with your NVIDIA hardware, you may want to use the NVIDIA proprietary driver, AMD/ATI,
Hey, look, it's detected my NVIDIA card, so I'm going to go for the NVIDIA proprietary driver.
Intel open source, NVIDIA open kernel module for newer GPUs, Turing, NVIDIA open source Nuvo driver,
Actually, I'm going to go for
11
the...
o'clock.
I'm actually going to go for the NVIDIA open source Nuvo driver, because the proprietary driver is a bit of a pain to get working on Linux, but the Nuvo driver is decent enough. You only need the proprietary driver if you're going to be doing gaming.
press Ctrl H for help, type graphics driver,
Now, we've selected our graphics driver,
greeter,
going for the greeter,
press Ctrl H for help,
and this is where it gets interesting.
GDM,
If you want an accessible login screen, go for GDM, but if you're going for GDM, you must use Pipewire. You can go for GDM if you want. If you're doing a non-Pipewire setup like me, then you want...
Lightroom GTK greeter default,
You don't want Lightroom GTK Greeter because that's not accessible.
Lightroom slick greeter,
You want Slick Greeter because that will enable you to install Orca right out with... use Orca in the login screen. So I'm going to go and press enter on that.
press Ctrl H for help, type graphic, left arrow back, press
Go back.
Ctrl H for applications,
Applications,
press Ctrl H for audio,
audio.
press Ctrl
I'm going to use Pulse Audio.
Pipewire, no audio server, Pipewire, pulse audio, Pipewire, pulse audio,
Pipewire doesn't work on Haswell, so the latest Pipewire anyway, so you press enter on that.
press Ctrl H for help, Bluetooth audio,
Bluetooth, we're having no Bluetooth, this is a desktop,
print service,
no printers.
left arrow back, press Ctrl, network configuration,
Network
press
configuration,
Ctrl H, manual configuration, use network manager default,
I'm going to use Network Manager.
press Ctrl H for help,
We're doing quite well here, the installer hasn't frozen like it tends to do.
additional packages,
Additional packages, you used to be able to type these, but now you have to select from a list, and that's not user friendly. So we're going to leave that blank and install the packages we want via chroot instead.
time zone,
Time zone,
press Ctrl H for universal, UTC default,
I'm going to go for UTC because
press Ctrl H for help arc install LAN,
it's less hassle.
automatic time sync NTP,
Automatic time sync,
press Ctrl H for help, no yes, no, yes,
and yes, you want automatic time sync.
press Ctrl H for help arc install LAN, save configuration,
Now you can save configuration,
install,
but we're going to go ahead and install.
press Ctrl H for help, the specified configuration will be applied,
Press enter once you hear this.
starting device modifications in 5.4.3.2.1, wiping partitions and metadata, /net/SDP, creating partitions, /net/SDP, starting installation, waiting for time sync, time date till show to complete, waiting for automatic mirror selection reflector to complete, waiting for Arch Linux keyring sync, Arch Linux keyring WKD sync to complete, sorting your selected mirror list based on the speed between you and the individual mirrors. This might take a while. Wrote to /mnt/etc/vconsole.com using UK and default 8x16 installing packages, base, sudo, Linux firmware, Linux LTS, Linux 6.1 micro
Okay, so that's installing. Now, that was incredibly easy. I didn't have any issues with freezing. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until we actually get any more input. So,
Pause recording. Button.
all right, you didn't have to see the installation, but it took less than a minute. Right, so once you've done the installation and you don't hear any speech anymore, you'll have a few more options now.
Reboot system.
Reboot system,
Exit Arch install.
exit Arch install,
Root into installation for post-installation configurations.
CH root into new installation. That's what you want because we don't have a screen reader installed. We have eSpeak up, but that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and CH root into it.
Case root at Arch ISO slash.
And now we're CH rooted into our Arch ISO. Now, if you use SSH and you used host and you want host identification, you want to do well, first we want to install Orca
Pacman space dash
S
space
capital S, by the way, Orca.
ORCA. Resolving dependencies. Looking for conflicting packages. Packages 28 on it 1.y. Colon
install
retrieving
that because,
packages.
of course, I need
Dispatcher
it.
0.12.1-3x8664 to
Look at that, quick as a cat.
y flash y.
So now that Orca is installed, now we get the important stuff installed. Pacman
PACMAN space
dash
dash
S.
S space.
If you want to use host name resolution when you're doing SSH, this is important. You want to make sure that OpenSS.
NSSH warning N.
Now I don't need to do anything because OpenSSH is installed. What you want to do instead is Pacman
PACMAN space dash
S
space
NSS dash MDNS.
Resolving dependencies. Looking for conflicting packages. Packages 1 NSSMDNSY.
Press Y.
Colon retrieving packages. NSSMDNS 0.15.1-2x8664. NSSMDNS 0.15.1. 13.7 KB 3.00 B slash S 000 100% NSSMDNS 0.1.
And now we do the fun part. To make sure that NSSMDNS actually works, we do this. System
enable
system CTL, that is. AVAHI dash DAEMON. Press enter.
Created symlink slash etc slash system d slash system slash dbus dot free desktop dot market dot service right arrow.
Yay, AVAHI is installed. Now we make sure that, well actually I want to install also utils just in case it's not there.
PACMAN space dash S space ALSA dash
You can never be too sure about these.
UDILS warning.
If you see warning, press N because you're done. You want to make sure that eSpeak up is enabled on so that you know Orca can actually speak through eSpeak. Sudo. Actually no, you don't even need to do sudo. Look at that, it beeps. So that's if your PC does that, that's how you know you've deleted everything off the text that you've tagged. If you're lucky enough to have a PC like mine that has a PC speaker. So do the what more am I gonna do? System
SYSTEMCTL space
enable
ENABLE space ESPEAKUP root at Arch ISO slash.
That's that done. Now if you want to install AUR packages, then install base-devel like this. Pacman
PACMAN space
for the AUR, that is.
dash
S
S space
base
BASE dash DEVEL. Resolving dependencies. Colon retrieving packages GCC 15.2.1 R604 G0 B99610/19 checking package integrity 80%, 11/19 checking package integrity 84%, 12
Right.
E flash E
Mate, you want to check that Git's installed because you need that for the AUR,
GID flash
and it's not.
SUDO space PACMAN space dash S space GID. Resolving dependencies. Looking for conflicting packages. Y colon retrieving packages. Git 2.5.
Okay, Git's installed. We're done. Now we just exit the CH root.
Y flash Y
So tap exit.
EXID. Exit syncing the system. Installation completed without any errors. Log files temporarily available at /mar/log/arc install. You may remove when ready. Arc install 76.
Now, don't remove the USB stick because in my last video I ejected the ISO from the virtual disk drive and it wouldn't respond. So do the reboot now and then remove the USB stick. So tap reboot.
This PC File Explorer items view list devices and drives grouping expanded. Sequoia D. Unselected 2 of 2. Use the arrow keys to move to the next or previous item in this list.
And as you just heard, my laptop was disconnected from the SSH session. I didn't even need to use that SSH session, but it was a good safety net because eSpeakUp was known to crash. Now I'm going to tell you, if you've got a PC speaker and Light DM comes up, press backspace and you'll hear a beep. You hear a beep, you can turn on Orca if you use Slick Rita. If you use GTK plus Rita, then just type your password in as normal. So I hear a beep. So I'm gonna press the key to turn on Orca. Alt Windows S.
Screen reader on. Login screen. Enter password left control.
Type my password in.
Circle.
Wait for a minute. Then try Alt F2. Type Orca.
Screen reader on. Desktop left control.
We've got a working Arch install! Yay! I couldn't
11:15.
I couldn't help myself but celebrate. So now I'm going to go set up my Orca preferences.
Email. Bar bar bar. Bar bar bar. Email.
I'm going to set up my Orca preferences.
BA. Pause recording. Button.
Right, I am back. Before I was rudely interrupted by Talkback reading, well, all the emails I responded to. The majority of them are from people who are part of, well, let's not talk about it. This is an Arch install video. Anyway, where were we? Arch Linux. Okay.
Tab. Keyboard the left control.
I was setting up my Orca preferences.
Progress rail up, beep update, tick box not tick, left
So-
control space, ticked.
Check up the Orca preferences.
Left rail speak key general voice speak tab. Enable punter non-select left control.
Now, this is the last time we're seeing these classic preferences because in GNOME 50, which is releasing later today, there's going to be a brand new Orca preferences dialog.
Lever boss enable speech page tab. Rail echo task
Press
button.
OK. And then that's that done.
Screen reader settings.
We're done.
Loaded.
Orca is done.
Desktop. Icon.
Now, I'm going to...
Top tab.
And let's look at what we've got installed.
Set Ramper Archive Manager. Mate Calc. Mate Font. Mate Cert Loomer. Take Script Vim. Ramper.
Not a lot installed. Everything is just bare bones Marte. We do have Vim installed. I don't recommend Vim. Vim's old. It's been around for years. Use Nano instead.
Graphics menu. Internet menu.
I believe macOS no longer has Vim installed. I'll check that. I think it does, but
Windisk writer. Windisk
I don't like Vim.
finder.
I'm going
Finder.
over to my Mac. So I'm
Untitled.
going to go ahead and
Icon view. Utility. Icon. Terminal.
terminal.
Terminal. Jordan. V-M. New line.
Vim is installed on the Mac, but Vim is...
In alert.
I don't like Vim.
Do you terminate the finder?
Vim is really for hackers who know what they're doing and developers. Vim's for both of them. It's for less savoury stuff and development stuff. Proper users just use Nano because Nano is the de facto command line text editor. Nano is installed, by the way. Nano is not just a beginner-friendly text editor, but it's a text editor that knows how to be a text editor. It doesn't have the advanced tooling that Vim has. And I don't like Vim. I don't recommend Vim to anyone who wants to try command line text editors. You want a decent text editor, use the one provided by your desktop environment, or if you spend so much time in the console, use Nano. Vim's just not accessible. Once you open Vim, you can't get out of it again, even via SSH. Speaking of SSH, before we go ahead and check that out,
Office system control preference hidden looker can't make up a screen set.
I'm gonna go ahead and
screens with not 100 activate not lock screen when not distracted scale power actions panel put computer to sleep when inactive for never display panel put display help close screen secret close desktop.
that's that done. Okay, we're done. There you have it. That's an Arch Linux installation. Done and dusted. Now, I didn't need to use the SSH safety net, but it's recommended that you do, and the reason why I recommend you do use the SSH safety net is because when you're navigating quickly through lists, eSpeak can sometimes crash. And the only way you can do that is by doing sudo systemctl, although you don't need to use sudo when you're in the installation environment. Systemctl restart eSpeak up. Now it's going to take a while, but if you see your bash prompt come back up again, or the ZSH prompt in this case, you're good to go. You're good to continue what you were doing before the freeze. And you'll have to keep doing that for every time it freezes. That's why I recommend having an SSH set up, because believe me, Arch Linux on something like the latest ISO is kinda stressful. But that was a no stress Arch Linux installation video. I was proud of that. I'm really proud of how we did. So we're going to check if we can actually SSH into our Arch Linux installation, and that's why I'm at the Windows device here.
Inbox 37.
So now I'm going to go ahead and close out of that.
This PC. Runtime log.
So type SSH, and we called it Espresso.
XE Windows System 30.
No, it should
This
let...
PC.
Okay, it's not letting... Oh, I see what we've not done. We need to enable OpenSSH. So,
Run desktop icon view Jordan Espresso
sudo systemctl. That's me typing too fast. Sudo system enable SSH.
We trust you have created
Now,
sudo system
start SSHD.
Jordan Espresso.
Now, we can try SSHing into the Arch installation now. I'm gonna need to get some water after this because that was thirsty work.
Run.
So, SSH Espresso.
C Windows System 30. The authenticity of host Espresso.
You see that? You know that SSH is working. So, tap yes.
Warning, permanently added Espresso at 25.
Log in as usual.
Jordan Espresso $.
And we're inside our Arch Linux installation while using the Windows device. So I'm going to go ahead and install the stuff that I need. You might need these, so follow along. So I'm going to go do sudo pacman s vlc vlc-plugin -fluids in tenacity, which is basically Audacity without the bloat, and blanket, which plays background sounds. -- no confirm.
Sudo password for resolving dependent error at 1538.112.3458644 reloading user manager configuration 38 updating the MIME type database 48 arming condition needs update 58 compiling G settings XML schema files 68 updating icon theme caches 78 updating the desktop file MIME type cache 88 updating the VLC plugin cache. Jordan is
How odd was that? Not hard at all. Now, you can do this. You can do this regardless of whether you're SSH'd in, by the way. But I'm going to show you how you can get Yay up and running, because that's the most popular AUR helper out there. If you use PAMAC, then you can follow along, but it's different. I'm gonna be installing Yay because it's the most. It's basically the beginner friendly AUR helper. If you're new to the AUR, go for Yay. And we say yay. I'm only messing. My sense of humour strikes again. Anyway, let's get Yay up and running. So, what you want to do is make sure that Git's installed and follow along with me. Git clone. Use a space after each one. https://aur.archlinux.org/yay.git. You want to do the Git. You want to do it like this because you're compiling a fresh binary. Press enter to execute the command.
Loading into Yay, remote enumerating objects, 556, done. Remote counting objects, 100, 556, 556, done. Remote compressing objects, 100, 377, 377, done. Receiving objects, 15, 84, 556, 795.
It was a good thing I was rudely interrupted post installation rather than during the installation, because when you're installing a distribution of Linux, you need full attention on that distribution. Right, so we've got the PKG build download now. So CD and then Yay.
Jordan Espresso Yay $.
And now we go ahead and build it. So MAKEPKG, make PKG, space dash SI. Now you can actually you can just build it without installing, but we want to build and install it.
Making package Yay 12.5.71, Wednesday, March 18th, 2026, 11:28:47 UTC. Checking runtime dependencies, checking build time dependencies, installing missing dependencies, sudo password for Jordan.
Is that my password? Like we always do.
Dependencies, looking for conflicting packages. Packages 1, go to :1.26.11. Total download size 39.15 MB. Total installed size 215.42 MB. Proceed with installation. YN.
Yes, we accept these, otherwise we won't be able to install Yay otherwise.
Retrieving packages 54 2.3568 not 1 2 3 4 not 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8.3 1 2.4 5 6 7 8 9 1 4 7 9 running 0 100 459.4 K 100 459.4 K 001.06 M00 validating source files with SHA-256 sums Yay 12.5.7 entering fake root environment. Starting package, as compressing man and info pages, checking for packaging issues, creating package Yay, generating jinfo file, generating build info file, generating mtree
Past 11.
creating package Yay debug, generating jinfo file, generating build info file.
We should actually have it installed.
Loading packages, resolving.
Well, I'll type my password in anyway.
Conflicting packages, 2 Yay.
And it is installing. Brilliant. Okay, now we just press Y and we're good to go.
2 checking keys and peering 100. 2 checking package integrity 100. 2 loading package files 100. 2 checking for file conflicts 100. 2 checking available disk space 100. Processing package changes 2 installing Yay 0 100. Optional dependencies for Yay sudo privilege elevation installed. DOS privilege elevation 2 installing Yay debug 100. Running post transaction books 1 arming condition needs update. Jordan Espresso Yay $.
And we are done. Look at that. We've got Yay installed. Now I'm going to go ahead and install a sound font because I love MIDI files. I collect MIDI music files. If you want to see my MIDI collection, let me know in the comments because I'll play them all to you. Let's see. I'm going to be installing my sound font just so that you can see Yay actually working if you've never installed Arch before. Yay space dash S. You want to do capital S. This uses Pac-Man syntax, by the way. Sound font dash SGM. You don't have to follow along with me, so if you want, you can go ahead and get yourself something to eat and pause and join. You can pause and come back later. Anyway, I've done what I need to do, so I'm going to press enter.
Or explicit 1. Soundfund SGM 2.01-111 downloaded. Build Soundfund SGM 1 Soundfund SGM. Build files exist. Packages complete. Build N1AL 1 Soundfund SGM. Build files.
Now just press enter on these.
Making package 100 366 11 232 2 4.44 98 8 19 12 12 28.7 8 8 3.43 447 131 31 74 6 685 5 10 9 9 17.17 5 8 3 2 6 6 70 76 8 7 9 9 88.5 8 8 20 8 93 93 7 7 fast making package Soundfund making package starting pack tidying and compressing package leaving fake root environment finished making Soundfund SGM 2.01-1 Wednesday March 18th 2026 11:32:38 UTC cleaning up pseudo password for Jordan.
Type the password like we always do.
Loading packages, resolving dependencies, looking for conflicting. 1 checking keys appearing 100 1 checking package integrity 100 1 loading package files 100 1 checking for file conflict.
So Arch Linux, what do I think of it? I've been using it for a while. I've been using it for more than a few years now, and I love it. But if you're new to Linux or you're new to the Arch world, go for Manjaro because it's more stable. But I know what you're thinking. What about CachyOS? Don't install CachyOS, please. I'm begging you. Because I've tried it. I do not recommend it. There is Orca in the ISO, but trust me, you don't want CachyOS. And you'd think you'd get GNOME in the ISO. You do get GNOME. You do get a GNOME option when installing, and you'd think Orca would be installed on it, but nope. You install it, but you can't use it. You can install the screen reader. No, you can't install the screen reader. You can install CachyOS with the screen reader, but you can't use it. You get an inaccessible GNOME shell, so you've wasted your time. And Mate, you can't do that. The only way you can get screen reader is in KDE, and let me tell you one thing. Plasma's accessibility support is experimental. Even the KDE developers themselves don't recommend you try it yourself yet. And on top of that, CachyOS only provides KDE in the live installer. I don't recommend CachyOS at all. I'd stay strongly away from CachyOS. If you want an accessible system, stick with either the Manjaro SBK talking Mate spin or the Arch Linux installation on the right hardware. But I've installed Arch, I'm happy with what I've done, and that's the Arch Linux installation. I'm going to go ahead and install OnCloud Client because I use OnCloud. Now you can actually connect to your Nextcloud instance using the OnCloud Client, so even if you don't have an OnCloud instance, you can use your Nextcloud instance.
Resolving dependencies. There are 3 providers available for org free desktop. See looking for conflicting packages. 8 GCR3 retrieving packages 1581 OZ476 810 252 100 optional dependencies for Quartz 6 declarative Quartz 6 SVG for Qt quick vector image and stock pending.
I think that's already installed. So now we're going to go ahead and install Seahorse because that will allow us to store the password. Seahorse.
Resolving dependencies. Looking for conflicting packages. 3 crackling. Retrieving packages. 15 lib quality 1.4.5.
We're done. We are done. We are finished. And we've got a working Arch install. At least I have a working Arch install. You'll have had a working Arch install anyway if you didn't install the packages that I chose to install. You can just go ahead and install the packages that you need. But as an installation summary, I'm going to show you exactly what we did right now so that if you weren't following along with me, we booted the Arch Linux installation media. Now, to get speech, press down once. If you've got a supported system, it's going to beep at you. press down, press enter, then wait. You hear speech, you're good to go. Next, SSH. Set that up on another system, but using the Arch Linux system. Set a root password so that you can SSH into the installer. Next, insert in the right mouse button click key, which is the numpad divide key, for highlight tracking, and you're good to go. Set up the language, all that. You can just rewind to follow along with that, because SpeakUp's good at telling you exactly what's going on in the Arch Linux installation. So aside from that, we're done. And I did say I'd promise I'd show you the music boxes that I've got. Starting from this one, which is actually a music box mechanism. So if I don't know if I'll be able to put it to the microphone so you can hear. So this plays It's a Small World. That's an original movement. An original It's a Small World music box movement. And now I'm going to show you the second music box. This one plays Imagine by John Lennon. It even has, when you open the little thing, Imagine on a little picture. You can get these particular music boxes come from Temu, by the way. So I'm going to let it play out. Now all these music boxes are hand cranked, so you don't wind them up. They're hand cranked music boxes. So I'm gonna go put it back with the other music box. I also got this little thing here, which is kind of like a kalimba, but it's a bit boring. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. But it kind of reminds me of those African-style kalimba thingies, whatever you call them. But it's just fun to mess around with. To actually play, you just flick your fingers on them. Anyway, enough of that. That's installing Arch Linux. We're done with that.
Toggle microphone. Pause record. Stop recording.
Thank you all for watching. You want to see any more Linux installation videos? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see my VM lab, definitely let me know in the comments, because I'll show that off to you. I've got like 10 different VMs. I've got a VM lab, and it's like over 100 gigabytes of virtual machines. So that's. Let me know if you want to see that.
Pause. Stop record.
What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be ending. This is Jordan signing off, saying have a good day, everyone.